place that desperately needs technology to solve all its communication issues. And social media specifically, because Highbury focuses so much on communication. So we're going to propose Yik Yak is the best way to do this through analysis of the social situation. We're going to present the problem itself, and we're going to talk about other platforms that might want.
So during the 19th century, the social structure is being divided into three classes. You have the working class, the middle class, and the upper class. And the upper class people and the middle class people, they hostile against the lower class people.
So when putting all the characters in the story into these classes, we have the Knightleys and the Woodhouses at the very top because they're the richest and it's inherited wealth. So then under that is like the Coles, the Westons, and the Eltons. And they're like kind of in the center. The Coles could be argued to be higher, but because their wealth is not inherited, they're lower. And then at the very bottom are the Bateses and the Martins. And they're just poor, so they're at the very bottom. So for when Highbury gets together, communication is at its best is when they go to balls and tea parties and dinners. And this is when everyone's there, so they're getting the communication directly. It's not secondhand information. And this is why social media is really useful because it's all directly from the source. And this is why Yik Yak would be really great because it could be direct from the source.
And during that time, women were being stereotyped as calm, quiet, and obeying. So, but however, Emma's personality is totally opposite of the stereotype, and she has a really modern thinking. So we think a modern social media platform will be a good fit for her.
Okay, so just our problem in Highbury is that there's too much transparency, meaning everyone knows exactly who says what, which is bad because reputations can be ruined. And the other problem is that communication is inefficient and it can be easily changed as it goes down the gossip train. So the social media we're presenting would solve that problem.
Now, Yik Yak is an anonymous social media site, and it allows users to share their thoughts with those around them and provides a live local feed of events. It also enables users to upvote or downvote certain comments and posts depending on their opinion of them.
And during that time, compared to Yik Yak, communicating with letter is so much slower. And according to Walker Howie, the speed of communicating with letter depends on how fast the messenger can travel. So, and also there are no platform for people to express their ideas instantly.
Anonymous social media applications actually have a pretty successful history in reporting news quickly, even faster than traditional media sources. And Yik Yak was even created as a type of campus alert system, which proves its efficiency. Cell phones would make a great device for accessing Yik Yak because it's often used by those of younger age groups to engage in romantic relationships. And Harriet, Emma, Mr. Elton, and many of the other main characters in Emma fit into this category. The anonymous side of Yik Yak makes people feel safer about what they post because no one knows who they are, so they're safe from direct criticism to them. Their true identity is hidden behind a mask, which is Yik Yak.
And there are actually two psychological sides of gossip. The first one is the warm feeling you get from sharing a gossip to your friend, and the second one is the anger you feel when you know people are gossiping about you. So with Yik Yak, Emma can get the warm feeling more often by telling gossips to more people instantly.
So if Emma had Yik Yak, she will post her opinions or her matchmaking advice on there, and people would be able to upvote or downvote the things she says. So if they upvoted, then she would be more likely to push a relationship, and if they downvoted, she might back off and not destroy relationships like she shows a few times in the book. And so Yik Yak, Emma could get reassurance for her ideas.
A great situation in which Emma could have used Yik Yak is when she insults Mrs. Bates and is criticized harshly by Mr. Knightley. Instead of directly saying to her face, she could have posted on Yik Yak and avoided harm to her reputation.
Although Yik Yak is rapidly growing today, there are a lot of other social media applications that are already very popular that that could have been used in Highbury. Two of those examples being Facebook and Twitter. But what Yik Yak does is it takes from both those applications to create something more special. So Facebook is by far the most popular social media application today. On there you can post, you can have friends, you can like pages, be in groups, and basically what it does, it creates a personalized interface in which you have your own profile. The issue with Twitter, or with Facebook, is that especially with private messaging, there are issues just with electronic communication, and it's been criticized for just the lack of face-to-face communication, taking the emotions and expressions out of it. And that would also be a problem in Highbury. Twitter is also another widely used social media application where users can just post their thoughts. But also, like Facebook, you have a profile in which you can post things, you can have followers and people following you, or you can follow others as well. So the top users on Twitter are listed here, but as you can see, most of them are very wealthy, well-known people, and a lot of artists are listed there too. So the bad thing about Twitter, why it would not be good for Highbury, is that there would be a lot of, it would separate the gap between the rich and poor even more. So overall, what Yik Yak would do it would help Emma and the rest of the characters by allowing them to speak freely and just release their negative emotions because it is anonymous, and while increasing the efficiency of communication.